Johnny Verell, XtremeAg. We're out here today at the field day getting ready for it to kick off, and me and Chad were just talking about some things that that I did this year on my farm that he's demoed in the past, and we were talking about See & Spray. And See & Spray's been out for a few years. Everybody's talked about it. Does it work? Does it not work? And it was an eye-opening experience for us on our farm. They've kind of changed some things up, Deere has, on how they build it, but Chad had always told me he was saving about 60% is what he was saving. We saw the same thing. We actually saved closer to 70% on some farms. So for us, it's been a big deal. That's really a big saving, especially when the cost of some of the herbicides we're spraying right now.
And it started, with the one way they built it, it was like, hey, it's so many dollars an acre, and it was so much for corn and then so much for cotton, and now they're billing it as your only build when it does not spray, which is, which is fair.
Yeah.
So we've been looking at some of this, and you don't really think about it. You run through the field until you start getting a map, and you start looking at a map on it, and you're like, oh man, it really didn't run that much.
Me and Chad were looking at this map here, and this actual map here, we actually saved about 75% of the time. It was not spraying, which blows my mind. It actually looks kind of bad because what we did learn, if you go 12 miles per hour, the boom's going to turn on all the way across. So you got to make sure you do your part and stay under 12.
And stay under the speed.
Yeah, but other than that, it's pretty flawless.
And what about the height on it? We're looking at the height. Ain't there a height range on it too? Do you remember what that was?
I don't remember exactly what. We didn't have any issues with that. Like if we went over a terrace, it would kick on. But going through the field, it was always on, looks like it should be. But at the end of the day, it's just amazing because what we couldn't ever figure out is how full do we fill the sprayer. We couldn't ever figure out how much we were fixing to save. So we just started going, we're going to save at least 60%, and that's what we ran our numbers on.
That's what we're going to run on.
We were actually saving 65, 70% most of the time.
And if you get one with a double tank on it, that's what I demoed, one with a double tank, and I had it would take a learning curve to figure out like, hey, what are we going to do? What are we going to spray? I know you run some with a double tank with some fungicide and easy drop. So that worked real well as well. So as farmers are finding out we got way more uses than what I think they at engineers thought that they would use it for. So it's been real good.
Yeah. So we'll see how it works next year.